Hello. Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sadhana, and this is day 4 of Kwanzaa. And I am getting so much out of these spreads, these wonderful offerings that were presented through the tarot community from Queen Osette at Oyas Girl, as well as Veronica Rose. And links to both of their channels are in the description box below. Day 4 asks us to reflect on cooperative economics, building, maintaining, I guess, while building and maintaining our own businesses. How can we support and nurture and help others to prosper and grow at the same time? So to me, this feels like, it's a very financial aspect today. And I was looking for decks that feel practical, really practical. I was going to go with my Robin Wood, and then I was going through my, so I haven't really decided. I was either going to go Way Home or Slow Tarot. And there's something very real about both of these decks. I like them both very much. And so I think I'm going to go with the Way Home. I think I'll do that. Don't know why, but we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I was also going to use the 5 cent. I just wanted to say that the 5 cent has been amazing for career type readings, but the cards are very busy, and so on the camera it's hard to have a good look at them. So today, Habari Gani, and the response is Ujamaa. Ujamaa. So I wonder how many of you financially support others or have been in that experience where you're helping others to actually grow their businesses. It's a really interesting principle for today. I'm going to just go ahead in the tarot journal, which is amazing. Thank you, Veronica. So my current state of financial self-sufficiency is the first question. And so today the spread is kind of opposite of what it was yesterday. So today the 3 cards are on the left and the 4 cards are on the right. And so these questions talk about my own economic power, communal economics, financial self-sufficiency. These are really important questions. How often do we actually, dive into this? The final question is, how can I best build cooperative networks and systems? So these are really important principles. And on this 4th day, we have 4 candles. Black one in the center, 2 red on the right, and 1 green on the left. Ujamaa, Ujamaa. If this deck looks a little different, it's because I trimmed it. But I would not recommend trimming it unless you have a guillotine cutter. So today's spread goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on Veronica's channel, she has explained why she's chosen the shape of the layouts. Excuse me. Okay. So the first card, let's have a look here. Ooh, okay. I totally understand this. I'm very early in the stages of the self-sufficiency of my business. And so when I look at this card in the center and that fence, there is a sense, and I know this is the Seven of Swords, not the Seven of Wands, but there's a struggle, there's a defensiveness. And so there is a sense of claiming what is mine. I had a lot taken away from me in my divorce, and there was a lot of surprises, and financially I should have come out a lot better than I did. And so there's still an energy of this that is with me, that I'm working hard to clear and to move through, so that I don't feel like I have to be looking over my shoulder to see if somebody else is going to take something from me. But also I understand the opposite of this as well too. So it's really important. So one of the things that I would love to do eventually is to not be dependent on child support from my ex-husband. I would love to stand tall and free and clear of that. Even though that is his duty to do that, I would love to be free of that. So I completely understand why the Seven of Swords is here. And then as far as Seven of Swords with the mind, well, we are talking about finances, so let's just kind of go with that. Because we can also speak of intellectual property as well too. You know, what has been taken, not taken from me. Oh, this is a very muddly kind of, okay, so we have Eight of Cups. What have we got here? Two of Cups. So we have two water cards underneath an air card, water and air. So that octopus is juggling a lot. And then we have the two jellyfish dancing harmoniously. So the second question is my current belief about my own economic power. Well, yes, I am juggling a lot. And yeah, I guess, this is a real, it's kind of difficult for me to talk about, to tell you the truth. Like emotionally, there is still some fear. There's still some fear in the, will I be able to do this? Will I be able to stand on my own? And I know, of course, I know in my heart, I I know that I'll be able to do this, but there's that little, that little tiny voice sometimes that comes in and questions me. And sometimes it'll be an external thing. Somebody in the community or somebody who doesn't know me very well will say, "You do what for a living? What is it you do?" And so there are moments where I lose that internal strength to explain what I do. And so there's a lot of juggling, there's a lot of emotion attached to that. And perhaps the way through this is to do fewer things extraordinarily, rather than try to be like, right now I'm at this place where I've got a lot of things that are starting to grow, and I'm more than willing to let some of them go. They don't all have to grow. But I'm at this place where I'm observing which ones are going to take off and which ones are not doing so well. So I totally understand that card. The Two of Cups card is my current attitude to communal economics. Well, that's beautiful. Yeah, I totally support working together and working in harmony with other people and other businesses. And so if there's anybody out there in the tarot community that wants to do a joint project together, like, please know that I'm always open to working with you and supporting you. And I feel like my boss here in town, the owner of the store that I talk about sometimes, there's definite cooperation and harmony, between all of the readers and all of the people that work there, and the inventiveness and the creativeness of how we all make our way. So yeah, but that 7 and 8 are they're kind of reminders of me to make sure that I do my grounding practices. And when I am feeling in my head, when I'm feeling disconnected, to get connected. Because I have one daughter that lives with me full time, but sometimes it's easy to get lost in emotions and mind. So that's a pretty important reminder. 10 of Swords. Okay, so this is a challenging reading today. How I can improve my financial self-sufficiency. Oh my God, I wrote down, what is that thing Queen Osset says? I wrote it down. Such amazing language that she uses about the mind and getting out of the mind. I'm going to find it. What were her words? I'm not going to be able to find it now. Okay, so I love this card. You know what this is? This is like, get rid of the garbage. Get rid of all of that clutter that's up here. It's the end. It's the end of the BS. It's the end of second guessing yourself. It's the end of this. It's the end of this. If I can, so move more into trust, like get out, like connect heart and mind. So instead of being in the head, be in the heart, and let go of the ego and that little voice, that creates the self-doubt and all of that. So this is actually a really great card, because the way that this is about self-sufficiency, this one, number 5, how I can improve my beliefs. How can I improve my beliefs of my economic power? Just by getting rid of all that crap. And I love in this 10 of Swords, there's all this garbage inside the bird, right? And so it's like that final purge of doubt, ego, all of those things. All of that, letting go of that and moving into heart and trust is how I can. The 6th question, I feel like I've missed something here. Okay, I'm going to go back because I feel like I've missed something. So 1 was my current state of financial self-sufficiency. 2 is my current belief about my own economic power. My attitude to communal economics. Okay, so 4 was how I can improve my financial self-sufficiency. Okay. 5. Oh, we're good. Okay. So this is also how I can improve. 5. How I can improve my beliefs of my economic power. Okay. So this is kind of contradictory to what I was just saying, because the Emperor thinks from the brain, not from the heart. And I was saying that part of the trouble with the 10 of Swords is that it's too much in the brain, it's not in the heart. And so this is about finding the best of both, right? We need to have that left brain intellect, organizational skills. We need to be able to plan. We need to be able to financially balance the books. So we need that. We need the leadership. We need the organization through. And also I see in this card is that I need to take charge, right? So I can initiate things in the community, in the store where I work. I can initiate things with other yoga teachers, with other healers, right? Like I can take charge, and I can create probably on a much bigger level than I've ever imagined. And so with the 10 of Swords next to that, it's a reminder that, well, not to overthink anything, but just to, to be more focused. It's like I pulled this card the other day. This was actually for Queen Osset, but this energy, this is from the Oracle of Echoes, is what I'm feeling. Like I need to shoot the arrow exactly where I want to go, and to do it fearlessly and courageously. So that's what I'm feeling here. And so the two cards on the bottom are the best way for me to financially contribute to the local community. So how can I give back? And then the 7 is how can I best build cooperative networks and systems? Okay, so this one speaks to the local community. So wands, I very much see action here, but also in this particular deck, I don't know if you can see with the light here. See if I can hold this up. There's a couple of cards in this deck that have this celestial blue light. It's really beautiful. And it feels like, so the question is, the best way for me to financially contribute to my local community is to go ahead and to move forward with my business exactly as it is. Like I feel the magic. I feel like I'm on the verge of so many things. And so I see this as like, don't stop, keep going, like, to completely obliterate this idea, these self-defeating ideas that are over here on the left. And then I have a page, I think that's a page, yeah, the Daughter of Cups. So this one is again, oh my God. This one's personal. This one's personal. This is about my daughter. This is about my daughter who's trying to grow her business. And I have I have resisted working with her. Okay. And so my daughter, of course, is she's a representative of the concept in general. So I see this as supporting supporting young people in their spiritual, holistic, magical practices. Working cooperatively with them through workshops, events, seminars. Maybe I provide maybe I provide the financial support. Like I start, like I'm the money and also the organizational creator behind this. The emperor is sitting on top of the daughter. It feels like this relationship is really important, and not in an overpowering way, but as a guiding light. Keep coming back to that guiding light from the first day. These These spreads are not easy. And I'm going to be coming back to them. I think probably like I'm going to pick a day to come back to them, because I feel like this whole concept of unity, cooperation, working with others, supporting others, and simultaneously the self-development that's involved, there's a lot that's going on here. It's not something like, this is not a 7-day thing and then leave it. There's definitely follow-up work to do. And the further inquiry, the other extra question from Queen Osset for today, for day 4 was, what do you think drives me? What do you think drives me? Well, if I'm answering this for Queen Osset, I think I feel it's this deep identification with her ancestors. So maybe there is many generations back, this strong figure. And it just gives this will and this purpose and this sense of being. And if I answer for myself, what drives me? What drives me? It's, again, something at the core of my being. It's not ancestral. I think it has to do with a really important karmic pattern about being exactly as I am. There's something about it with, it's okay to do things differently. It's okay to speak your mind. It's all right to not conform to the rules. I think one of the reasons I resonate so deeply with the yogic teachings is it gives you a path, and it gives you tools for, putting difficult concepts together. Unity. There we go, unity. So what drives me is the path to the, it's hard to put language around this. What drives me is a deep internal sense of self-worth. And perhaps some of the cards that came up today are reminders that I'm still very much in progress on this. And I know a lot of people see me as super strong, and some people see me as intimidating. But I'm just like everyone else. I have a lot of soft spots, a lot of burnt spots on the inside that are in the process of healing. So yeah, so thank you. Thank you so much. If you're still here listening to me ramble on, this has been an amazing process, and I really look forward to, I can't imagine where the next 3 days are going to take us. Habari gani.